was yesterday. We had the Carabao Cup or the English Football League draws, and even the last 8 games were played yesterday before that is the playoffs for the 4th round were selected out. Besides that, we had Reactions Ezze, that is from Arsenal, scoring his first goal, and even besides that, we had some big news, that is for Hugo Ekitike, who was given that is a red card for taking off his shirt. So we'll start from there. That is fans in the entire world. Yesterday's results, we had Manchester City was in action up against Huddersfield Town in the Carabao Cup, where they managed to score. That was 2-0. Arsenal was also in action yesterday up against Sport Valley, where they scored 2-1. And the big news was Reactions Ezze scoring his first goal. We had so many games that took action. The likes of Tottenham Hotspurs were taking over Doncaster Rovers, and they managed to score. That was 3-0. We had a mammoth crowd of games, but the big news is that we also had the playoffs, the draws for the round of 16 or the 4th round that will be played on the 27th of next month. Fans and viewers, the big news is that Arsenal will be playing, that is Brighton and Hove. This is in one of the big games. Then we have that is Grimsby Town, the team that ejected Manchester United, will be taking on, that is Brentford City. We have Swansea City will be taking on Manchester City. Newcastle will be taking on Tottenham Hotspurs. Wrexham will be taking on Cardiff City. Liverpool will be playing, that is Crystal Palace. Wolverhampton Wanderers will be taking on Chelsea Football Club, and even Wycombe Wanderers will be taking on, that is Fulham Football Club. Any of those winners, that is at the 4th round, then will go, that is the quarterfinals, come the scheduled date. So the fans, those are some of the key highlights that made headlines. Besides that, Reactions Ezze, the Arsenal superstar, also managed, that is Reactions Ezze, yesterday managed to score his first goal, that is for Arsenal Football Club, in the game that Arsenal fully controlled from the start up to the end. Reason being, there were some few changes that were made into this game. However, Arsenal's team is now up to the capacity. Reason being, they have, that is a huge number of players. Even those ones that were brought could participate, that is in the Premier League, and at least finish, that is in a good position. Reactions Ezze opened up the scoring, that was in half time, with that is a simple finish. I remember earlier on had made almost like 2 assists in his previous games. The big one for the game up against, that was when Victor Gyökeres scored his first goal, scored one of his goals. And then later on was at the weekend when Arsenal was taking on Manchester City with that long pass that he dropped over, that is Martinelli, and Martinelli comfortably slotted the ball into the back of the net, making it, that was 1-1 up against Manchester City. Yesterday, still Reactions Ezze started this game and he had, that is a good performance. Reason being, he could intimidate play, could sense of that is the cycle or the flow of the game, that is in the midfield, and even when being held with the ball, could take over full control of this game and score this first goal in the game that Arsenal managed to win. That was 2-0. With so doing, it means that Arsenal progressed, that is the second to the 4th round of the Carabao Cup, and Arsenal last won this championship, that was way back in 1993. So since then, it is almost 32 years since Arsenal last won, that is the EFL Cup or the Carabao Cup. And with so doing, Mikel Arteta says that this season will be taking every game as a final. Reason being, Arsenal has gone so many years without winning any good competition, and at the weekend I'll bring some of the Arsenal fans over here to give analysis that is on the next game, where Arsenal will be taking on Newcastle despite of their draw up against Manchester City. Other teams like Chelsea also managed to win up against Lincoln City. Manchester United fans, this time you were ejected earlier on by Grimsby Town, and this time it is still continuing, and they will be playing, that is at the 4th round. To the fans, I think those are some of the key activities or some of the key stats that transpired. That was yesterday. The big headline was, that is the round, the 4th round draws, where the big one will be